Bitcoin is straight up. And I have to say, this is more scary than the picture of me in college after graduating with a degree in trans non-carbon binary emission gender study. But as you can see, the Bitcoin price right now is coming down to this critical area of support, right to the long setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday, currently in a juicy long trade up 43%. The question is, are we going to see a bounce after a healthy correction? Well, guys, it really depends. And today we're going to be talking about exactly what we need to be watching for on this Bitcoin chart. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. Let's pin a little picture here and get an overall context of the market, as Bitcoin has been ranging sideways now since the end of February 2024. And once we came down to the bottom of this range here and we saw a little fake out to the downside, once we got the reclaim, we were saying, you know what, this is very bullish. We've had a fake out to the downside. We have some hidden bullish divergences on the chart. We can look for a move back to the top of the range. Now, once we came up to the top of the range, we got a nice retest at this high volume node. And then I myself was expecting Bitcoin was going to make a new high. But what happened when we came back to test this level right here? Well, we can see very clearly that at our second attempt to break through this key resistance, we printed the head and a man bun of this bearish Gareth Salloway man bun pattern. As we can see from this clear picture of Gareth Salloway, we have gotten a big drop to the downside. And to make matters worse, as we came up for the second attempt of the breakout, when we look at our oscillator market Cipher B, we can see that over time, the momentum waves are printing lower highs, giving us that very scary, very dreaded Sam Bankman-Fried upside down uneven man boob pattern, where if we actually superimpose these breaths onto the chart, we can see that the resemblance is quite striking if we stretch them out here. This is called a bearish divergence. And so this has played out, and we are right now coming down to a very, very key level of support, which is the Fibonacci golden pocket pull from the last major swing low that we had down here at about $60,000 to that last attempt that we had at the breakout. This is going to be a very key level for a variety of reasons, and I'm going to be telling you exactly how I'm trading this, managing this, and my next targets. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel because you do not want to miss this juicy content. I also have to give a major shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because yesterday not only did we give the long setup in advance, but also the last short opportunity that we have. In fact, yesterday we looked at two trades in the New York Open VIP live stream. The first one was a short from this $67,000 zone at this golden pocket, which you can see we have taken a juicy profit on. And of course, that second trade opportunity was the long setup that we have been looking at now for quite some time from the Fibonacci golden pocket. So you can see both of these trades that we gave in advance are in the juiciest profits. Also, if you would like to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com to join the community, where every single day we do multiple live streams a day, giving you our plans, giving you our trade setups for multiple assets, multiple times a day. It's the best trading community in the world. So here's the deal with Bitcoin. Because we have gotten a rejection now from the value area high of the range, and we are currently trading below the point of control of the range, having back tested it yesterday, where we actually got into that short trade that I currently have open, we're coming down right now to a very, very critical zone of support. Now, we know that if the price rejects from the top of this fair value zone that you see right here, the probabilities say that it's more likely than not we come down to the bottom of our fair value zone, which right now on ByBit USD is sitting at about $63,400. However, before we come to that area, we see that we are currently getting a bounce from this Fibonacci golden pocket, which is very, very key, because $64,000, not only is it a Fibonacci golden pocket, but we did have a number of confluences right here. Number one, it's a clear support resistance flip. We can take this level all the way back to April and see that it was support and then acted as resistance all throughout the end of April, the beginning of May. We flipped that then into support after it being resistance, and now we're coming down to bounce from it right now, confluence with the golden pocket. And we also see that we had a little bit of liquidity right here to be taken before getting a move back to the upside. So this is a key area of support. However, if we continue to the downside, we need to be aware that this next area at 63,400 is going to be very, very key for a variety of reasons. Number one, it would fill this low volume gap that we have right here on this big move to the upside. Number two, it would retest these old highs that we have right here at that exact level you can see from right this area. And number three is coming down to the bottom of the fair value zone of the range where we should look for a bounce. And so this is a zone of support that we have right here, and we need to be watching to see how are things looking as we come down to this area. Well, how are things looking right now? Let's start on our 4-hour time frame. If we take a look at our 4-hour time frame, we can see that as we are coming down to the golden pocket, we are seeing some slight bullish divergences here. The momentum is getting higher as the price is getting lower. Even the money flow is getting a little higher as the price is getting lower. If we go down to our 1-hour time frame, we can see that we also have some nice bullish divergences that have actually confirmed as we come down to this area. So things are starting to look like we can get a bounce. And what this means to me is as long as we are still seeing momentum and money flow getting higher down here, I will be looking for longs as we come to these key levels that we have outlined within this zone right here. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm looking for each one of these trades to be the big trade, although they could be. It means I'm looking for at least a scalp or a day trade here because the oscillator is bottomed out. Now, here's where things get a little bit hairy. If we start to lose this value area low, then I would assume that we see Bitcoin come much lower. How low? Well, there's a few scary things on the chart. Number one, the monthly time frame has in fact confirmed here a bearish divergence. So let's clear off our chart for a second and just understand the fact that the monthly time frame has in fact confirmed a bearish divergence. As the price is getting higher here, we're seeing the momentum waves getting lower. We also understand that Bitcoin has, if we're going to lose this little area of consolidation to the downside, we don't really have much support until we come back down to test the low 50s, high 40s. Why is that? Well, because when we look at this big move to the upside that we got from January all the way to March, we can see that we had literally 5 months in a row of just a massive pump. 5 weeks in a row of a massive pump. But then we have this little purple candle right here. This is called a weekly order block. This is the last area of support that we have. If we're going to lose $56,000, we can get vacuum sucked all the way back down to this area. Now, is this a scary thing? Is this a bearish thing? Well, in my opinion, this is not going to be bearish unless we actually lose the low at $38,000. Now, I know this is crazy for people, but this is a little bit more high time frame analysis, right? We already went over the low time frame stuff, what we're looking for. This now is what I look at as the opportunity of the market cycle, because if I can understand that the areas to maybe be buying on spot or looking for those juicy long trades are going to be around here and around here, this could be the next major opportunity of the bull market to long Bitcoin to a new all-time high, right? We have to think to ourselves, if we're still in a bull market, which I believe we are, if Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high, which I believe it is, these are going to be the areas that make us profitable in this cycle, especially if we've been on the sidelines the whole time, or if we're looking to significantly add to our spot positions. Because after you get a big move to the upside like this, after a 94% move to the upside on Bitcoin over the course of a few months, it's definitely not the time to be buying Bitcoin, right? You want to wait for a massive pullback. So I welcome the potential of a massive pullback here. It is normal for us in a bull market to see pullbacks of between 30 and 40%. And if we do come back down to this area, we're looking at exactly between a 30 to 40% pullback, in which case I believe we can see another big push to the upside, culminating in Bitcoin's all-time high. So if we're going to lose this little range that we're into the downside, aka we don't hold at the value area low locally, and we lose 56,000, I have my eyes set down here at the low 50s down to like the mid 40s for a massive bounce. And a lot of people are not going to be ready for that. A lot of people are going to be too scared to buy Bitcoin after this move to the downside. But we have to also think to ourselves, if this was the 5-minute chart, we would expect a retracement to retest this zone right here, right? We would expect that. We say this is bullish market structure. If we get a retest, man, what a great opportunity. Well, the same is true on the weekly chart. Guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, I highly recommend you check out my go-to exchanges. First of all, right now, MEXC is the best deal on fees. 0% limit order fees, 0.01% market order fees. I am also trading on ZOOMEX, which does not require KYC. Also, you have to log in first to use it. I'm also trading on BLOFIN, which does not require KYC. And I am currently also now trading on ByBit. I love ByBit. Shout out to ByBit. Links to all these exchanges are in the description of the video if you're interested. That is it for today's video. May God bless each and every one of you in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace!